Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trilogy.
Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. I'm Rui the Teenage Werewolf, and here's your hosts, Sleazegrinder and Kelly Kapow.
On this show, every week, Kelly and I bring you highlights, not the whole thing, just a little bit, this much.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Of the latest horror trailers, previews, let you know what's out there. Give you a little idea of what we think.
You should see or not see.
And then you decide whether to see them or not see them. It's all very exciting. And so we're going to dive in. We're going to give you a handful of fantastic trailers. You let us know what you think, and then we'll all go on from there. We're all looking for stuff to add to our queues and whatnots.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I want to tell you about a film called The Cleansing Hour.
I know about that one.
What hour, if you had to pick one, for you, is The Cleansing Hour? I know what it is. It's like 4 o'clock, because that's when you told me you were doing the dishes.
4 o'clock? That's cleansing hour?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that is cleansing hour at my house.
Yeah.
That's right before Jared gets home. So
Right.
I have to make it look like I've been busy all day on unemployment.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
15 minutes before he gets home, I rush to do the dishes.
I'm sure he appreciates it. And I'm sure that he thinks that you've been toiling away all day long. Comes home to the beautiful house. He's like, oh.
The trick is
how
you
lucky
just
am
do the
I?
dishes and light incense. And then when he walks in the door, he's like, oh, it's so clean in here.
Yeah, perfect. A live stream exorcism goes viral in this bold modern take on demonic possession.
And cut. Nice job, everybody. Good job.
I gotta take that.
Follow monitors, let me lead.
All right, everybody, here we go. 3, 2.
Time to go off script.
Now, it's hard to make characters like this relatable or sympathetic, right? Everybody kind of hates vloggers,
Yeah.
right? Paranormal investigators.
I mean, not everybody does hate them. That's why they have so many watchers, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm just injecting my own
Yeah.
feelings. That being said, this still looks like a really fun movie. It's got a weird monster. It's got lots of fire. It's got people getting dragged around. It's always fun to see people getting dragged around.
Yeah.
It also looks like a real movie, which I appreciate.
Yeah, the production value is really good on this one.
What'd you think? What'd you think of the trailer?
I thought the trailer was great, and it turns out it's a short. It was made in 2016 already.
Okay.
And then they made it into a feature film for 2020.
They're like, this short is so good.
We're gonna fucking make this 2 hours long.
Did you see the short?
I did it. I saw both of them actually already.
When you saw the short, were you like, this is a good short?
Yeah.
And were you like,
I liked it.
were you like, this could use, another hour and 20 minutes of padding?
No.
No. All right.
I like the short.
Okay. Next.
Next, we have 4x4.
4x4.
Isn't that like a saying too? Oh yeah, that's 4x4.
Nope. Definitely not.
All right.
Give me what would the sentence be?
That sweater looks 4x4.
That sweater looks 4x4, is that what you said?
Yeah. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's totally wrong. What would that mean?
Cool. Like hip.
Really?
Yeah. I think I made that up. All right.
I'm still getting used to Salem. I don't know what people say.
I don't think that. I think I made that up. All right. When petty thief Cairo, played by Peter Lanzani, tries to rob an ordinary-looking car, he finds out that his target is actually a high-tech machine.
Oh, yeah.
Picked the wrong one, boy.
Oh, yeah.
One that's determined to trap him inside unless he can find a way to escape. To make matters even worse, someone on the outside is in control of the car, and they seem to have a plan.
Hola, bienvenido a bordo.
De justicia por mano propia.
This trailer is pretty incredible in a lot of ways. In the beginning, it looks like he just can't get out of the car.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, remember the movie, the peeing on a towel movie we saw? Where they were stuck in the car the whole
Yeah,
time?
it's going to be like that, but
That-
more stressful.
Well, that's what I thought it was going to be, but then later on, he's running around shooting people, so he's not.
He got out of the car.
He got out of the car, so it's not just about being stuck in the car, but I think he's still being controlled by the car. The car is making him shoot people.
Oh, ooh.
I mean, it really seems like it escalates as it goes on. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a tiny ninja in it.
No, I did not notice
Did you not
that.
notice the tiny ninja?
No.
There's a tiny ninja.
Wow.
4x4.
Good. It kind of reminds me of like, you know those videos of like people stealing packages on people's porch?
Yeah, love those.
And then like it ends up being like a fart bomb or like a glitter bomb or something. It's kind of like that, but like way worse.
Yeah.
Like you were gonna steal my car? Ha ha! Not today.
Yeah. Porch pirates, they call them.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
I had that happen to me. That's why I have the Ring
Don't
doorbell.
stealing anything off Ken's porch because
Nope,
he will
'cause-
be watching.
Yeah, I
you.
got my eyes on you. It's fun. You can watch yourself walking in and out of your house. It's pretty good.
Maybe you'll catch a ghost on there.
That's what I'm hoping. I was just looking at it last night. I was like, because I hadn't looked at it in a while, and I was looking to see if there was any like late night ones on there.
What do you mean?
Like it tells you when there's movement outside your door.
Oh, ooh, I could use that.
So I was kind of hoping there'd be like some 3 a.m. ones or something, but there wasn't. Hey everybody!
Welcome to Doom 2.
Welcome to Doom 2. Hey, this is the part of the show where Rui, the teenage intern, shows me something shocking from the depths of YouTube. YouTube, if you don't know, is a popular video service.
It's a bit, not many people, it's a little underground, a little startup.
And it's for free, and you can access it anytime you want.
Yeah.
And mostly what's on there is puppy videos and
Let's plays.
Yep, and unboxing iPhones.
Unboxing tutorial fun.
Yeah. Sometimes Kelly Kapow goes on there to figure out how to clean the rust off of nails or something. I don't know what she's doing. But that's usually what's happening. But then there's also weird stuff, disturbing stuff, frightening stuff. And that's what we're here to talk about on Doom 2. All right, Rui, what do we got this week?
This week we have a video called Suicide Box.
Okay.
Now, I stumbled across this little gem right before you asked for the videos, and I thought it was perfect. So here it is. It's Suicide Box.
Let's roll it now. All right, Rui. Now, first of all, there are many people whose lives can be summed up by this video.
Yeah, it's a deep metaphor.
It is a box, you turn it on, blows itself up.
Yep.
This would be a good gift for people that annoy you, by the way. And they'd be like, hey, the box that you gave me blew up when I turned it on. And you'd be like, well, you did it, obviously you fucking did it wrong.
Even funnier, you should put like an actual gift in there so that when it blows up, it destroys it.
Yeah. So, suicide box, it's an apt metaphor for something. I'm not sure which. And yeah, it's disturbing because you do feel for the box a little.
Yeah. Why was it created?
The box was created to destroy itself.
Why? Why be so cruel?
Yeah. Suicide box, everybody. And we have a brand new part of the DoomTube experience this week.
We do. So, I'm going to read you the title of the image.
Okay.
And based on the title of the image, you have to guess what the image is.
All right.
And then after you guess, the image will be showed to you.
Okay.
This image is called cursed_drug rats.
Drug rats.
Yup.
So it's a rats on drugs, obviously.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, what else would it be?
All right.
Andy, what else would it be? What would drug rats be? He doesn't know. Oh, let's find out.
Let's see it.
Okay. That's not what it is. It's something different.
You can, well, yeah, it's Rugrats, a little, but not quite. You know, it's like when it's the off-brand Rugrats.
That's awful. It's you know, a lot of the things that they make for children
Are terrifying.
Are very disturbing.
Absolutely.
I remember. I don't remember what happened to me, but I remember when my mom made me take my sister to see Santa Claus at the Harvard Coop when she was like 3 years old or whatever, and she was just not having it. You put the child on some weird dude's lap, and then and of course they start screaming their heads off.
Yeah. I mean,
It's exactly the same thing that's happening in that picture that you just showed me.
exactly. This poor girl is being swarmed by these horrifying off-brand Rugrats.
Rugrats, which is a popular TV show for kids.
Yeah.
All right.
Except it looks like the entire cast of them was on some sort of sedative. Hence the title, Drug Rats.
Are you a fan of Rugrats?
I never watched Rugrats. I think that was a little bit before my time.
There you go. All right, everybody. Wow, what a trip this has been. This has been DoomTube. We'll see you next week. And until then, stay out of the darkest, deepest waters of YouTube. Leave that up to the experts.
Let me do that.
Him and all the other 16-year-olds. See you next week.
Yeah, on DoomTube.
Next up is We Still Say Grace, which, incidentally, I just watched this.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Well, let's get to it. We Still Say Grace follows the teenage daughter of a religious fanatic who attempts to escape her father's delusional suicide pact after three strangers break down near her family's remote rural compound. It's
Nothing good ever happens at a compound.
it's streaming now.
Sorry, we got a flat, a couple actually down the road there. We just wondered if we could use your phone.
You believe in God? In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path.
It's a good thing you broke down. Near my place, you would be lost forever.
Don't get too excited. We'll be gone soon.
Look, let's just stay the night. We don't really have a choice.
You should stay away from my father. Something's gotten into him. This is only a test of our faith and your loyalty to our family. Demons come in all forms.
God came to me and asked for a sacrifice, and I answered, "Help!" When you're lifted up in the power, those that come against you are crushed.
Do you believe you're God?
To you, there should be no difference.
The three dummies that show up
Don't look like they fit.
They don't seem like they're capable of saving anybody, never mind themselves. So they don't look very formidable heroes to show up amidst all this. So it's going to be up to the plucky teenage daughter to save the day in this, obviously.
I think she will.
So, I've seen this. I don't want to give too much away.
It looks good. I mean, the trailer makes it look, but aside from the three teens that show up,
Yeah.
I do think this looks like a good movie. I like culty, weird religious movies. I think it's so fucking insane.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
Here we go.
When I watched this trailer.
Yeah.
The top comment on YouTube, it said, the lengths this man went to protect KFC's secret blend of herbs and spices.
Because he looks a little bit like the Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Bruce Davison is the name of the dude that's the patriarch of the family, and you've seen him in a million things, and he's a very good actor.
And he looks like he's going to be really creepy in this.
And all I'm saying, I have seen the film, but all I am reviewing today is the trailer.
Okay.
And I'm saying that it's a very good trailer.
Okay.
And I love a weirdo cult movie. Next.
Next is Breeder.
Breeder.
A ruthless businesswoman is abducting young women as part of a gruesome biohacking experiment to reverse the aging process. When Mia goes to investigate, she finds herself trapped, branded, and tortured in an underground medical facility. Breeder is a Danish film from the writer of the original brutal crime epic, The Pusher. You ever see that?
Loved it.
Wow, I've never seen it. I gotta see it. It was released in the US. It'll be released in February.
Du sagde, at kvinderne deltog frivilligt.
Det var også planen. Det kunne så bare ikke lade sig gøre. Hvem er 14K? Jeg ville ønske, at du kunne lade mig at blande dig. Stoler du ikke på mig? Det kommer nok til at gøre lidt ondt. Nej,
The last shot in this trailer with the giant needle really sells it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The giant needle, that's serious business. Also, I 100% believe this movie too. If the cure for aging was they had to suck the life juice out of young people and inject it into old people, and it cost money, then believe you me, rich people would be paying top dollar to suck the lifeblood out of Kelly and Rui and all the young people around, for sure.
Oh, well, I'm not young, so I
and you would voluntarily do it because they pay you for it.
I wouldn't voluntarily do that.
I'm going to pay you $3,000 just for 10% of your
to have a needle go up there?
Of your life juice, just 10%.
That seems like.
And you'd be like, you'd think about it.
30,000.
You'd think about it.
3,000 is too low.
3,000 is too low just for 10%.
For the whole procedure.
I
think this is definitely a little nod to the animal cruelty and cosmetics, because if you see the women being thrown in cages and branded.
And they might already be doing this, by the way. This might already be happening. This might be
people?
Yeah, this might be ripped from the headlines. Because think about it, there are a lot of powerful old people that don't seem to be dying. Now, I understand that we don't live in the same world that we used to, but when I was growing up in the 70s, Andy will back me up on this, most people died, like by 60, they were finished. Now, granted, they were smoking on airplanes and drinking scotch all the time.
Yes.
And nobody knew what nutrition was. But still, I mean, 60 years, you get to 65, that's why the retirement age was 65, nobody even got there. You die at 62 with a belly full of scotch and sirloin, and then, it's fine. But now, all these old fuckers, 85 years old, and they're still like in Congress. I mean, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
The powerful old people don't die anymore. Now, there's
sucking life juice.
There's something going on here, and I think that they're sucking the life juice out of the young people, which is maybe why
you, Mitch McConnell.
Which is maybe why the young people don't seem to have as much energy as younger people usually do. If you look on the internet, the millennials, they're fucking tired, man. They're exhausted. Like all their stuff is about how exhausted they are. That's the whole generation of people that are exhausted. I think it's because they're getting tapped, and they might not even know it. They might be getting tapped in their sleep.
Check for puncture wounds.
Yeah, I think so. I think you might be getting tapped in your sleep, bud.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a blueprint for the future. It's called Breeder, and I think you should check it out. When's it coming out?
Be prepared.
Is it coming out in February?
February.
What a month February is going to be.
Yep.
It's time, everybody, for the Massacre of the Week! It's your old pal Kenny, your old pal Andy Excuse from The Fighting Fish, and every week we watch another massacre movie because horror films, the horror genre, is filled to the brim. Some would say there's a glut.
My God, great
of massacre movies.
Mountains of massacre movies.
So we take them on. We let you know what we thought.
Relentlessly.
This week, going all the way back to 2008. You remember 2008?
Oh, those are the days.
Is that the year Rui was born? Probably.
I think so. Something like that, yeah.
He was 4. It's this.
Still pooping in his pants, though.
This movie is The Spring Break Massacre. It was directed by Michael Hoffman Jr., who is also responsible for Rot, Reunion of Terror, and Girls Gone Dead, among others. By the way, Girls Gone Dead is in my Amazon Prime watch list.
Or queue, if you will.
Yeah, haven't gotten around to it yet. He was also the police dispatcher in this one.
How about that?
Little FYI.
Multi-talented.
It's 1997. This film was made in 2008, but it takes place in 1997.
And you will be amazed how well they do making it look like 1997.
Yeah. In Mapleton, Illinois, and a couple of goths are partying with one of their high school friends. Things get out of hand with the booze, and there's like a yeehaw goth in there, and he slices her throat, slices the girl's throat. That kind of sets us up, although it actually doesn't set us up for anything. It's kind of parenthetical in the whole scheme of things.
They do kind of bring it together in a sort of half-assed, terribly executed manner.
Flash forward 10 years, and then immediately flash back to the previous day.
It's confusing.
There's very whiplash with the flashbacks.
But if you're going to watch, and please don't, you really don't need to give that many shits.
So you get a bunch of low-level spring break hijinks, and somewhere in there, we cut to a seriously low-rent police station. And here's the weird thing. The 2 cops inside that police station are Reggie Bannister of Phantasm fame and Linnea Quigley.
Of lots of, topless horror fame.
Neither of them looking their best.
No, hey, many people are denied the privilege.
Anyway, nothing.
They're old. They look terrible.
Nothing much happens for
saggy,
for some time.
Tired.
If there is a highlight, it's when the dudes fantasize about what all the girls are doing on their girls' night in party.
Yeah.
Remember that?
The guys are out at the bar, like.
What are the girls doing now? They're doing sexy stuff.
Well, there are some highlights because you cut to the girls' night in, and they're like, I'll bet the boys are fantasizing about us, taking showers together, topless pillow fights.
Yeah.
And one brilliant young woman is saying we should do that stuff.
Yeah.
Those boys have a good idea there. Let's do a shot. Haha, just as a laugh. And none of the others are really having it.
Well, one girl is supposed to be a lesbian masquerading as a straight girl, trying to get all the straight girls to do lesbian stuff.
I was hinting at that.
That's the gag. I know you were, but I'm just expressing it. I'm just spelling.
I think our viewers can pick up the subtlety.
I'm just spelling it out for you.
The inference.
Eventually, the massacre starts, but all the murders are shown after the fact.
Another one of those.
Or they happen in the dark, one or the other, which is a total cheat.
It is.
And sometimes they're randomly in black and white for no reason.
Mood.
Yeah. Then there's another flashback. Technically, we're still in a flashback.
Yeah, see, who cares? Anyway, yeah.
That shows a guy breaking out of prison. So it could be him that's committing the murders.
This is like a deserted prison. I was like, is this?
Yeah.
Then it turns out there's a guard in there. It's
or it could be the machete-wielding creep that lives next door.
Sure.
You won't care either way, but it's got to be one of those guys. But I mean, the prison guy was known as the slumber party slasher. So that's a pretty big clue.
It is.
Right? Because it's a slumber party that they're at.
But it's a red herring.
There is a switcheroo.
There's a switcheroo.
But it's
a terrifying,
it's a dumb
shock
one.
ending we dare not reveal.
Anyway, so that's the basic setup for the Spring Break Massacre. This movie was so cheap that I was kind of amazed when they had a scene with an ambulance.
Those are expensive.
Because I was like, how did they afford to rent an ambulance?
Maybe someone on the crew is an EMT. Or, they probably had to have it. Union, no one involved in any union could have been involved in
that shot of the ambulance had to be 50% of the budget.
At least.
There's some hot girls, but they were in the dark for most of it. That's it for thrills and chills on the Spring Break Massacre.
I thought they'd be in a lush spring break setting, I thought there'd be heavy drinking and woo!
I thought I'd be in a lush spring break atmosphere, and that never happened either. So
no.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
It really does.
Anyway.
Life. The V.
Spring Break Massacre. Strict criteria, 1 out of 4 chainsaws. If you really hate it, you get 1 chainsaw. If you really love it, you give it 4 chainsaws. So what are we giving Spring Break?
I really hated it. So I guess that rates 1 chainsaw?
1 chainsaw!
One farting chainsaw with a dirty fuel line and a dull blade.
We're really on a downward slope lately with these massacre movies.
I hope things pick up next week, Ken.
Let's find out. We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week.
Until then, Andy, until then.
Oh, keep your chainsaw revving.
Time for pick of the week. It's called Triggered.
Yeah.
It's another one ripped from the headlines. Triggered was not a word that really existed. Maybe it existed, but it wasn't in the usual colloquialisms, the parlance of the day, until quite recently. Triggered, of course, means that somebody's gotten under your skin by saying some word or using some phrase or coming up with some idea that triggers something inside of you that bothers you. So 9 friends, all harboring a dark secret. All of them have a dark secret. They're sharing the dark secret. All go camping in the woods. After a wild night of partying, they wake up with suicide bombs strapped to their chests.
Terrifying.
All with varying times on their countdown clocks. They decide to work out how to disarm the bombs or find help until they can discover that they can take one another's time by killing each other.
That's fucked up.
So, 9 friends, all of them have the suicide vests on.
Yep.
They find out, as they try to figure out a way out of this, they find out that if they take time from other people, they can get more time on their suicide vests.
Been a long time since I taught all of you. So good to see you again. Tonight's your final lesson.
What the hell are these?
Is this like laser tag?
They're timers.
We're in the middle of the woods with bombs strapped to our chests.
Get this thing off of me! What happens when these timers hit 0, huh?
He didn't tell you the rules.
What rules, Bobby? We can steal each other's time to stay alive.
So the more you kill, the more time you get.
He has something behind his back.
She gave this to me because I've got the least amount of time. I'm sorry.
PJ, come on! This is not how best friends treat each other!
We are not friends! Someone said.
People are playing the game. Leave us alone!
Why are you doing this? I can't even eat gluten. Trust me, I'm not going to be able to kill anyone.
All right, this film has a great premise. Would you murder your friends to live a little longer?
No.
That's the question.
I don't think so.
I am what you call a step over the dead bodies guy myself. So sure, why not?
You would?
Oh, of course. And it looks really brutal. One guy.
I have to go camping with this guy.
One guy blows up right in the trailer.
Oh my God.
So there's got to be a few more explosions of gore.
Yeah.
You know? I'm excited.
You know what? This movie reminds me of Vile. Did you ever see that movie? love that
The
one.
clown movie?
No, it's a movie where all these people wake up in an abandoned building and they all have these things on the back of their neck. And what it's taking the chemical that is released when you're in pain out of you. And so they all are forced to kind of like hurt each other to get this chemical so they can be released. It reminded me something like that, which I think you should see.
Is it
that movie.
Vile, V-I-A-L, or Vile, V-I-L-E?
V-I-L-E.
Okay. Isn't there also
a play on Vile?
Isn't there also a clown movie made by one of the guys from Clerks called Vile?
Never seen it.
Okay.
But this movie looks good.
It does look good. In fact, it looks great. And that's why it's pick of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's another fantastic episode. Thank you for watching. Before we go, let's bring over Rui the Teenage Exorcist Werewolf. Here, get between us, buddy. Just get between us. There you go.
Get the frog.
And he will give you all of our plugs.
Well, you can check out our podcast, the Heavy Loader Horror Show podcast, on Campanaris Radio Network, go to campanaris.com, or anywhere podcasts are distributed, like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You can also check out our old show, the Heavy Loader Topless Dance Party, on heavyloaderforever.com.
Amazing.
Thank you, Rui. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Heavy Leather Backyard in the Studio Trailer Trash Spookshow!